Holy smokes, guys, it's a hot one out there. BC's in the start of a big heat wave right now, and actually by Sunday or Monday we could be breaking all-time records. It may even get up as high as 38, 40 degrees here Celsius, which is over 100 Fahrenheit, kind of almost unheard of for this area. So if you hear a lot of air conditioners in the background, that's why. Anyway, today I'm going to install something called an Acuva ArrowMAX 2. It's a UV LED water disinfection system. So yesterday morning I was contacted by marketing of this Acuva company, and they were asking me if I would be interested in being an affiliate for them. And I said, oh yeah, I've kind of been interested in this for a while, and I said I'll get myself one of these and use it for a while and then get back to them and see if it's something I would be interested in being an affiliate for. Mainly because my wife kind of has a sensitive stomach, so we've always bought bottled water when we're traveling. When we're here in British Columbia, we have really good water. Fresh water comes off glaciers and into lakes, and they have good treatment facilities, so I'm not so much concerned here. But when we travel, you just never know what kind of water you're going to get, and we often boondock and we're drinking out of our tank. So I do have a good 3-stage filter from Clear Source that filters out sediments as a carbon filter to get the water tasting good, and it even has a very, very small micron filter to get rid of some of the jardy and stuff like that. But I thought this would be even a final stage because it has the UV, which kills all the nasty bugs in there. So I thought this may be something that we could maybe stop buying and carrying bottled water for Anne. And also we wouldn't have to have a jug on our counter to keep filling up and filling her glasses. We could put this right near one of the sinks and she could just fill it up. Also, this company is Canadian. This product is designed in Canada, and it is located in Burnaby, BC, which is not very far from us, same province that we live in. And when I said I was thinking of getting one myself, they decided, we'll send you one over. So they actually said, yeah, we'll ship you one, no charge. So it actually only took 1 day to come over, and I got it now. So in this video, I'm just going to go through, we'll unbox it, see what's in there, and then I'll do the installation in my RV. Then I'll use it a few months, come back, see how it performs, see if it stands up to the day-to-day use, and see what Anne thinks of the water that comes out of it. And at that point, I'll give you my review and decide if I'm going to be an affiliate or not for them. Anyway, this particular model comes with its own faucet that you can mount, a really tiny faucet. So I've decided I'm going to mount it in the bathroom area rather than the kitchen area. I have very little counter space in the kitchen, and I don't really want to muddy it up. Also, Anne usually is, you know, when we're brushing our teeth and stuff like that, and she can just fill her glass of drinking water there, and also taking pills and stuff. That'd be really handy. So I think that's what I'm going to do under the sink. And this is also the 12-volt model. I guess they have a 12-volt model aimed at boaters and RVs, off-grid cabins, that sort of thing. And then they also have one that comes with an AC plug, but this is going to be able to be wired right into my 12-volt system. Another reason I wanted to do it in the bathroom, because I have easy access there to run a 12-volt line to the batteries. Anyway, let's get it apart and see what we're looking at. So lots of bits and pieces. Let's start with the faucet. You have to drill a hole in the sink top, run that through, and mount it. Looks like it's made of all metal, kind of a brushed aluminum look to it. And then there's the clamp for underneath. As the wire feeds through, and that clamps to the countertop. And then we have this cable. On here there is a light, somewhere down here a blue light comes on, and that tells you when the unit is on. This unit only runs when you actually use it. And I was kind of looking, here's the actual box itself. On the back here it's saying 2 liters per minute. Power input is 11 to 16 volt, 0.5 amps, so Draws very little power, so it'll be great for off-grid, and it only draws power when you actually turn it on. Different temperatures and PSI, max working pressure 100 PSI. So it's kind of a plastic case. It's very lightweight, maybe a pound or two. And on the back here, there's some mounting brackets. And this, I guess, you screw to the wall where you're going to mount it, and that mounts the bracket. Then we have the lines that hook in and out here. So some 1/4 inch plastic tubing. So you're going to tee into the cold water supply, and they give you this to do it. It has a shut-off valve on it. And to me, these look like shark bite connectors, so it's going to be pretty easy to be able to just cut the existing PEX tubing in there and pop this into each end. And then the 1/4 inch tubing goes into here, and there's a nut and a little brass flare connection there. And there's also a pre-stage water filter, kind of a regular old type water filter, and also a flow restrictor. At least that's what it looks like to me. You can just kind of see here what it's going to be. This will be on the top, and then underneath it'll go first through the water filter into the UV unit out, and then through the flow restrictor and out through the faucet. Everything looks like pretty good quality. So we'll get to work. First up is to decide where I'm going to mount this on the sink top, and then we're going to drill a hole through, I believe it's 3/4 inch. I'll just pull the instructions and have a look here. Yep, looks like 3/4 inch hole. So go through my tool chest and see if I can find my 3/4 inch hole saw. Nope, 1.5 inch, 1.125 inch. Guess I'm off to the hardware store. Better follow the instructions. So here's the bathroom sink where I'm going to install it, and I've kind of decided I'm going to run it through the actual sink itself. Now I'm taking a chance here. It's possible maybe this thing will end up cracking that sink, but frankly this sink is not long for the tooth. I have plans to actually swap it out in the future, so it's not a big risk. Normally I guess you would go through the wood here, but I don't have a lot of space around here, and I kind of like to keep this counter space, so I think if I can get it through here and mount it right there, that would be the best solution for us. And then underneath, everything will go on the back wall there, just like this. I'll have the box on the back wall and the pre-filter on the back wall. And here's my I think this is my cold plumbing right here. No, this is my cold plumbing. So I'll tee off down here, and then we'll run a line up into the box, and then there'll be a line coming out and going up to the faucet. So first thing I'm going to do is drill my hole in the sink here. Wish me luck. Okay, looks like that worked out okay. Maybe something like that going on. Actually feels pretty secure there. So underneath I did up the plastic nut and collar and ran the cable through. Now I'm going to attach the tubing to the faucet, and there's a nut to do up. This little plastic piece goes in, this slides onto the tube, and then this little plastic piece goes on the end, just like so. So that's going to go in the bottom of the faucet. I'm going to tighten that nut up. There we are, boys and girls, just like so. Get a wrench and give it another quarter turn a little bit. I don't think it needs much. Next, I'm going to screw this rail into the wall. This is kind of a cool affair once you put that rail in. This thing has some handy dandy little snaps on it. It snaps in place. These are spring loaded up here. So we'll figure out where I want to mount that. Probably get as high as I can, close to the faucet, and then I'll screw it into the wall with several screws. They don't give you any screws, so I want to pick screws that aren't too long, or they'll go through my camper and out the sidewall. Probably just get some 3/4 inch or less. Okay, so next I installed the tubing from the faucet to the main box there, and put in the flow restrictor here, and there's an arrow there to show which way to put it in. And the tubing I just cut with a box cutting knife, nice and straight edge, and then they just press fit in there. Pretty easy to do, no tightening up, just press them in until they bottom out and then kind of tug back on them gently to make sure they got a good seat in there. Okay, so now let's put in the filter. Filter mounted, got the flow arrows in the right direction again. A little bit crooked, but good enough for me. And now we're going to take this and I'm going to turn off the water and cut into this PEX tube. Make sure it is the cold water. Nope, cold water's over here. And we'll compression fit those together with the shark bite connectors there. And that should do it for the plumbing. Then we can move on to the electrical hookup. Okay, probably going to lose a little bit of water here, but the pressure's off. With this handy dandy little tool for cutting PEX. I bought it when I put in the shark bite connectors, the little plumbing repair. And just so everybody knows, so far the shark bites have held up good from that repair. So we want to put this just about here would be good, I guess. I don't want too much flex on that pipe there. Just want to make sure we push that all the way down so it seats. And I'm going to have to cut maybe a little bit off of this pipe. Oh, feels pretty good. Let's turn on the main tap. Looking okay. Let's turn on this and see what we can do. Don't see anything leaking. And we got water coming out. Okay. Let's get to work and hook up the 12 volts, and then we should be finished. So the 12 volt cord input is right here. Has a collar nut on it to make it very secure. Then I have it run straight down and then out the floor where my plumbing goes, which conveniently goes into my basement storage compartment. And I have a few options down there to tap into a 12 volt line. So I'll just show you the hookup. The plumbing drops down in the corner of this basement area here, right down there, and I just followed the path of a bunch of my solar wiring has followed into the front storage compartment. Over here, let's go around here, and right in here, comes in over there. So I followed along this wiring, and I installed a fuse holder here, and put in a 3 amp blade fuse right there. Connected it to the main feed to my RV circuits, 12 volt circuits, and then just grabbed a ground over here. So we should have 12 volts to the unit and fused. So let's go plug her in and see if she works. There we go. Looks like it lit up green. Looks like green light. The device is undergoing its self-cleaning protocol. This 30-second protocol occurs at startup as well as after every 12 hours of idle time and can safely be interrupted to dispense water. Blue light, the device is active and sterilizing water. Okay, so the green light turned off. Let's try turning the faucet on here. There we go. Blue light turns on when the faucet's on. And there's a little blue ring down here that turns on as well, letting you know that it's being purified. Let's see how long it takes to fill a glass. It's about a 12-ounce cup. So, quite acceptable. So there you go. Pretty easy install. And we have UV purified water. So I'll use it for a few months and come back and actually give you my review on it. So far I think it's going to be pretty good, but we'll see if the hardware holds up and I don't get any leaks underneath the cabinet there. And we'll test out the water, see if it tastes good. Tastes good to me, but Ann will be the real judge. Till next time, Ray from loveyourrv.com. Cheers, everyone. Just in time for the heat wave.